So there it is. Done. A perfect world. You've drawn the maps, you've planned out the political intrigue, and built a city so detailed you know the name of every single street name. You sit the players down for their next grand adventure, and you introduce them to the grizzled, one-eyed quest giver. You've poured your heart and soul into this character. Tragic past, complex motivation, cool scar, the works. And then your players make the joke to call him 2D because without the other eye, he can only see 2D. And that is how old 2D will remain for the rest of the campaign. You describe the bustling marketplace, introducing a merchant with a rich family history. The party buys 3 potions from her, and from that point on, she is forever Potion Lady. Sound a little bit familiar? The amazing world you built suddenly feels like a ghost town without an identity. Your bustling city feels like a wax museum, and your NPCs just become cardboard cutouts your players barely notice. All of that effort feels wasted. Your world just feels empty. Now, what if I did that YouTube thing where I say that there's a secret to fix this? A pretty simple technique to transform your throwaway guards or merchants into legends your players will talk about for years to come. And it has nothing to do with making a 10-page backstory for every baker or perfecting a dozen different accents. The big secret is giving every NPC one unforgettable thing. But first things first. I'm Sir Bearsworth, guiding creators, shaping worlds, and forging heroes. And the trap we all fall into as newer dungeon masters. We think that every NPC to feel real needs to be complex. We try and simulate a whole person, giving them a detailed history, nuanced personalities, a web of relationships. But in the fast-paced improvisational chaos of D&D, that complexity becomes a weakness. You can't possibly remember all of those details on the fly, and your players definitely won't. The result, the character gets watered down and just kind of becomes generic. The details you spent hours on are lost, and now you just have generic guard number 3. This is where the one unforgettable thing comes in. Instead of trying to build a whole person from scratch, all you have to do is just plant one little seed. This one seed is going to be an anchor for your roleplay, and it's going to be the hook for the player's imaginations. It's the one detail they'll latch onto, remember, and use to define the character forever. We all have our own story of a Boblin the Goblin. I actually keep my Boblin over there. Hello! And if you somehow don't know about Boblin the Goblin isn't a specific NPC, but more of the phenomenon that your players latch onto a random character you just made up on the spot. And that isn't a bug, it's a feature, and dare I say, it just works. Your players probably latched onto that goblin because it had one simple trait, something memorable that cut through all the noise of every other NPC they interacted with. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't about making a character that's one-dimensional. It's about giving them one strong, defining dimension that makes them pop. This single thing will inform everything else about them, making them easier for you to improvise with and a lot easier for your players to remember. So, what can this one thing be? It boils down to 3 pillars: a powerful want, a glaring flaw, or a distinct mannerism. An NPC with a powerful and immediate want is an NPC that's going to act and not just react. They aren't just standing there waiting for the players to talk to them. They're actively trying to get something. This gives them a sense of agency and really makes them feel way more alive. The second your players interact with them, they suddenly become a part of that NPC's story, not just the other way around. And don't think too big, like wants to be king. Think smaller, more immediate, and way more desperate. Take a city guard. Her job is to stand at the gate, just riveting. But what if her one thing is that she desperately wants a promotion? Maybe she has a sick kid at home and needs that extra money. Suddenly, she's not just a guard. She's either an opportunity or an obstacle. She might be hyper-vigilant trying to impress her captain, which makes her tougher to sneak past. Or maybe that desperation makes her more susceptible to a bribe. She may be overly eager to help the adventurers, thinking that their success will make her look good. That one want now influences how she's gonna interact with the party going forward. Or think about a shopkeeper. They want to sell stuff. That's their role, not a want. Let's give them a real tangible want. He desperately wants to sell a specific, slightly cursed sword, though he won't tell you that part, because he needs the money to pay off a debt that's a few months overdue. Now he's not just a merchant, he is a source of conflict. He'll be pushy, a fast talker, maybe a little bit sweaty. He'll offer a, "for you my friend, special discount," and then quickly change the subject when you go to inspect the blade. He's instantly gonna be more memorable. Give your NPC a want, and now you have something that's gonna drive that character forward. Now that you know about giving your NPC a powerful want, let me tell you about my powerful want. I want you to subscribe to this NPC. If you've enjoyed so far, it would really help out, and I feel like I can just barely see the horizon of 1,000 subs. Mind helping me get there? Now, in the case of perfect characters, they're boring. No one likes a Mary Sue. Flawed characters are interesting inherently. A significant glaring flaw gives an NPC some texture that your players can really grab onto. Flaws create friction, humor, and unexpected roleplay moments. They make a character feel human, or elven, or dwarven, because they're imperfect. Let's go back to the merchant. Instead of a debt, let's say our one thing is a flaw. Let's say our merchant is a pathological gossip, a full-on chismoso. They physically cannot help themselves. They know everything that's going on in town, and they are just dying to tell someone. The players come in for a health potion, but if they hang around, ask a few questions, or offer a little bit of tea themselves, they'll lower their voice a little bit and suddenly start trading secrets for the sheer joy of it. Need to find the Thieves Guild? She'll trade you that info for a little discount on the potions. Want to know about the mayor's secret affair? That'll cost you full price, but she'll share a story for free. This flaw turns them from just a simple everyday merchant to a somewhat powerful information broker in town, and inadvertently become the source of dozens of side quests. But let's change it up a little bit and take a look at, say, a powerful archmage. They're wise, ancient, and they know forgotten lore. But what if their flaw was crippling arrogance? They underestimate everyone, especially the band of scruffy adventurers who just walk through their door. They won't give them the time of day unless they've been properly hyped up. They'll talk down to them, dismiss their concerns, and just be an insufferable genius. Players are certainly going to remember the wizard who called the fighter a blunt instrument, way more than the one who just handed them a quest scroll. A flaw gives a character a unique flavor, and gives your players a clear way to interact with them. Exploit it. Now, when it comes to a distinct mannerism, this is going to be the fastest and easiest way for an NPC to stick. A mannerism is going to be a physical or verbal tick, a habit that is instantly noticeable and is going to stick in your players' minds. And this is a great tool for DMs who aren't comfortable doing tons of different voices. You don't need to be a voice actor. You just need to change one little thing. Maybe the old wizard who hires the party has an interesting mannerism. Maybe he never makes eye contact, but not in the autistic genius sort of style. He's constantly looking just over players' shoulders, like he's expecting someone to pop up behind them. Is he paranoid? Is he haunted? Just rude? Who cares? The players are gonna notice immediately. They're gonna start looking over their own shoulders. They'll whisper about it. You've just created an instant mystery and an unforgettable character with no backstory. Just a simple little action by just glancing over someone's shoulder. How about a friendly innkeeper? His one thing is a nervous, high-pitched laugh he lets out at the end of every sentence. Welcome to the Prancing Pony. Rooms are just 5 silver a night. It's a little weird, a little off-putting, but totally memorable. Or what about a town healer who always speaks in rhymes? You have a nasty bite? I'll fix you up right, and all for a price that is fair and light. It's quirky, may need a little bit of setup, but Your party will never forget the rhyming healer. You can talk incredibly fast or painfully slow. You can tap your fingers, constantly scratch your beard, or always lean way back in your chair. These simple physical cues are going to create a powerful mental image for your players way after the session is over. But now, let's put it all together and build an NPC from scratch. I believe the town is in desperate need of a blacksmith. Let's give him a simple nickname instead of something like Gromash Iron Fist. Let's just call him Smokey. Now, what's gonna be his one unforgettable thing? Let's pick a flaw. Let's say Smokey is profoundly lazy. Now, how does this one thing inform the character? When the party walks into the smithy, he doesn't greet them. He's leaning against a wall, trying to look busy. When the party asks for a new sword, he sighs heavily. A custom order? He'll complain about how much work that is, and it's just easier to get a pre-made, slightly rusty blade from the clearance section. He'll badmouth the other, more diligent smiths in town. His prices will be a little too high for the quality. And he'll cut every corner possible. We can even add in a mannerism to support the flaw. Let's say he's constantly wiping his perfectly clean hands on his apron, as if he's just finished an entire day's work, even though he's done nothing. And just like that, your NPC has a role, a nickname, and a simple flaw. Smokey is a fully formed character now. You know exactly how to play him. The players know exactly who they're dealing with. He is not blacksmith number 1. He's Smokey, the lazy smith who tried to sell them a rusty sword. He may not be at the top of the party's favorite NPCs list, but they're certainly going to remember him. You don't need to be a master novelist or a professional voice actor to fill your world with characters that live and breathe. Your bustling city doesn't have to feel like a ghost town. All you need is that one little secret, one unforgettable thing. Whether it's a powerful want driving their actions, a glaring flaw that makes them feel real, or a distinct mannerism that makes them feel unique. This one little detail is going to be the seed that grows into a legendary character. It simplifies your prep, makes improving a breeze, and gives your players a solid hook to hang their memories on. So stop writing novels for characters who are on screen for 5 minutes. Focus on the one thing that's gonna matter. Give it a shot in your next session. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's the most memorable NPC that you've run in one of your games? Or on the player side of things, who was your favorite NPC to interact with? What was their one unforgettable thing? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you feel like you've learned something and enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to hit subscribe as well. I'm always putting out these guides to hopefully make your next game easier. But for now, I've been Sir Bearsworth, guiding creators, shaping worlds, and forging heroes. And I'll see you all at the table. Bye.